Hello. What's happening, everybody?
Welcome to episode 13 of Tornado Takeover. We are your hosts.
I'm Fred.
And I'm Angela.
I got my voice back, y'all.
Yes.
How about that?
Fred is back and in business.
I'm in effect, baby. You know what it is. What up? Anyway, just bringing this in. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about. We're going to flip the script a little bit tonight. You know what I'm saying? You'll see. Just stay tuned. I think you'll like it.
And so, I was just going to say it's going to be a fun, action-packed show.
As always.
Not a whole lot going on in college sports right now because we have Christmas break going on, but we got some things to still talk about. So, stay so.
Hey.
All right,
What's
we
happening?
are back.
Hey.
Again, happy Tuesday. We're back on Tuesday today.
Yeah.
We are on at a later time. We actually really like this time.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
us.
It's a change up, and sometimes change is good. So
next week may be another change because next week is Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
But
it's been a busy month.
I think next week is going to be a really fun show. I can't wait to talk about it towards the end of this episode.
Yeah, definitely.
But we do have a lot to talk about. The Thunder are going to be playing here in 30 minutes in the NBA Cup. So we will kind of keep you. We're going to preview them. We're going to flip the script as Fred mentioned earlier. Sorry, I feel like I have glitter in my eye. What the world? We went Christmas shopping today, so I feel like there's ltliterally glitter on my face.
We actually did the smart thing and got some done. Not all of it, but a lot of
about 90%.
About 90, high 90% of it done early. So
not early. This is late for me. This is early for Fred.
Yeah, because usually I'm like
normally the packages are already wrapped. They're under the Christmas tree and they're piled 1.5 miles high.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, not at all.
This year with the wedding,
had a lot going on.
The wedding. I didn't end up going to Virginia, which I normally go outlet shopping with my mom. That didn't happen this year because of the wedding, so we're a little late starting on Christmas shopping.
A little bit.
But
we did get a lot of stuff done, so
we did.
Got very productive.
So back to the show because we just went off on a whole side tangent. We are gonna, like Fred said, we're gonna flip the script today. We're gonna first. Normally, we always start out with OU, but we're gonna flip it up. We're gonna talk more about the Thunder today. Start with the Thunder, and then we're going to go into OU and OSU because twice this past weekend, the OSU Cowboys and the OU Sooners met. So we are
on the Bedlam rivalry.
Yeah, so we are going to break those two meetings down, and then we're going to close it out with Tulsa. Again, as I said earlier, not a whole lot going on in college sports because we do have Christmas break is going on right now. But the OU women are playing tonight, actually right after our show in the Jumpman Invitational. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later on. And OKC is going to be tipping off here in about 25 minutes.
Tonight, so stay tuned,
tonight
guys.
In the NBA
Get
Cup.
in there.
So hopefully by the end of the episode, we can kind of throw out some scores.
Sure.
But we're going to preview that also. So first, we're going to jump right into it. None of this would be possible if it wasn't for our sponsors. So actually, let me back up. None of this would be possible without all the glory to God, first and foremost.
First of all, always.
But then, of course, our sponsors, we would not be here today if it wasn't for Planet Jerky, premium beef jerky, Seal the Deal wax,
all that. Yeah.
Seal the Deal wax seal. What did I just say? And then, of course, IE Sports Radio, who is
phenomenal.
Amazing.
You guys are awesome.
I mean,
you can't think of it.
I can't toot my own horn because I do a lot behind the scenes for IE Sports.
Well, but at the same time, the platform is here.
Absolutely.
For us, and not just us, but everybody, all the other shows that are out there. So, give these guys a listen, give them a little support, give them a thumbs up, throw a little something in the comment section, all that.
Every show host is a fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like, the basketball show, like I Love Fast Break, those guys do amazing, but it's not like they're like, oh, let's just do a basketball. We don't know a thing about basketball. No, they are diehard basketball fans.
Right.
The same thing Larry B does his his football show, both of them.
He was definitely a true sports fan.
I mean, he played football in college, so semi-pro. So it's like there's so many people who've played the sport before or big sports fans.
Yeah.
That's why we do that.
Yeah, because we love sports.
Exactly.
And for those of you who are tuning in, there has to be something that you love sports, whatever sport it is, whether it's football, basketball, soccer, whatever,
Cheerleading, gymnastics,
whatever.
I don't care what anyone says. Cheerleading is a sport.
It requires athleticism, absolutely.
I fractured a knee. I shattered a knee from cheerleading. Okay, cheerleading is a sport. Don't start that.
Yeah.
So if you are watching us, make sure you jump into the chat so we know where you're from. Am I boring you already?
No, not at all. It's just been a long day.
Okay.
A lot of Christmas shopping.
I just wanted to double check over here, Mr. Yawning.
There's never a boring moment with us. Never.
I mean,
So
yes, if you are watching us live, make sure you jump in the chat. Let us know where you're watching it from.
Yep. Throw a comment in there.
Interact with us.
Yeah, say what's up. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
If we say something that sounds stupid, let us know.
Yeah, hey man, fact check for us.
Yes.
Because we make mistakes too.
Exactly. All right, let's jump into it. Let's thank our sponsors. And then when we get back, we're jumping right into
Let's get straight into it.
Those OKC Thunder. So we'll be right back after this.
Stay tuned.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
All right.
What's happening?
Welcome back. I don't know about y'all while y'all are watching, but Friday night jam out.
Oh, yeah, we have fun all the time.
I mean, we're straight dancing back here.
All that.
So glad that y'all can't see.
Yeah.
Again, make sure you follow IE Sports Radio on sorry. Boop. On X, IG, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube at IE Sports Radio. Like, subscribe, hit that follow button, ding dong, whatever you do to whatever platform. When you follow, when you like, when you subscribe.
Hit that like and subscribe. Comment below, all that good stuff. That's what they say.
There you go.
All that. Yeah.
There you go. Also, if you are on,
ring that notification bell.
That's that one that person you watch always says.
Ring that notification
and I
bell.
keep saying, I'm gonna say that on air.
All right, so let's say it. Ring that notification bell.
All right, well, that just went sideways.
Oh, I love it.
If you are on Twitter, X, whatever you still call it, make
Y'all
sure
know what it is.
you follow us at Tornado TKOV_IE. We have fun over there on that page.
We do.
So
A lot of good information.
Yes. We're always like retweeting something random news that's happening. Etc. Somebody's talking about me and they need to stop because my whole nose is about to itch off my face. All right, let's get it crack-a-lackin'.
Let's do it. Let's jump straight in this thing.
Thunder up.
Hey,
you read that correctly.
That's
so
right.
The OKC Thunder are taking on the Milwaukee Bucks tonight in approximately 15 minutes in Las Vegas for the NBA Cup final. Sir, I'm talking. Can you keep your coughing to a minimum?
Was the nose thing for me? What was the nose thing for me?
Kidding. No.
To start it off real quick, just to throw that in there, the Oklahoma City Thunder is the #1 seed in the West.
They're not only the #1 seed in the West because of their 5-game win streak. They have now also jumped back to #1 in power rankings.
Absolutely. With a record of 20 wins and 5 losses.
Absolutely.
They are doing it right now.
And the Bucks right now are sitting at 5th in the East with the record of 14-11. So it's definitely we're going to get more into it, but I definitely think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a tough fight for both teams.
Yeah.
A lot of injuries for the Thunder, which we'll kind of talk about. Not too many of those players have actually been playing so much this season because of the extent of the injuries. So it's not like we're really going to be missing out.
Right.
But
even in spite of, they've been playing really well.
It's still also, sorry, guys. It's also, you can see our notes from, I don't even know how many weeks ago. The 11th. That was last week. So in spite of all that, you can definitely see What was I going? What road was I heading down?
We were talking about the Thunder's record.
The injuries. So in spite of the
injuries.
injuries, they're definitely still number one in the West and in the NBA. So fun fact, I did not realize this until I was doing a little research and a previewing for this tonight's matchup. The winner of the matchup, I know a lot of places say they get right over $500,000. It's per player, guys. The exact number is $514,971 per player plus the trophy to win the NBA Cup presented by Emirates. The second place gets $205,988 per player.
Right.
I mean, I guess in the grand scheme of things, to some of those players, like to us, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, even just the $200,000. Yeah,
exactly. But to some of those players, that's like
a couple dollars,
chump change.
Yeah, it's like easy work for them.
Exactly. So
they can give that away. It wouldn't hurt a dent in their pockets.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
You're coughing. I got the hiccups. What's going on here? Yeah, Larry B is in the chat room, and he said that's
Larry
a lot
B,
of money.
shout out, man. What's up?
That is a lot. I'll pay for $100. I mean, at this point, like,
brother, I'll play for 1,000.
$50 right now. That's one person's Christmas present.
Right.
One person. We need to quit spending so much money on people.
But you know what? It is more blessed to give
than to receive. So, and I keep telling you that all the time. I don't want a Christmas gift this year because I got my dream wedding
you're gonna,
and I got my dream man. So
you have all of the above, and you're still gonna get it anyway.
$1,000 in dinner. Exactly.
At Larry. A 5-star restaurant, Larry.
But a lot of Vegas restaurants are fine. I mean, there's still like a lot of.
Oh yeah.
Only if we can go to Casa de Amor in Vegas.
Let's put that on the list.
But you keep telling me I can't go because that's where the Jersey Shore cast always go. And you're like, I'm not going there.
Oh, I like Jersey Shore. I've never said that.
You keep saying, I'm not going there. We're not going We're gonna go.
We're because that's what you're wanting to
No, I just want to go because that's where they always go.
Oh gosh.
Anyways, back on track with the Thunder here.
Yeah.
So
they're having a phenomenal season.
Absolutely. SGA right now, and these statistics are during cup play only. So the 6 games in cup play. SGA right now is averaging 32.2 points, 6.2 rebounds, 6.5 assists per game. He also was scored 39 points on 15 for 23 to eliminate Dallas. And he had 32 points against Houston. Hartenstein has averaged 11.5 points per game. Not that bad, but he's at a 54.1% shooting.
Right. But think about the 11 rebounds per game. So
I was just about to get into that. He's had 11 rebounds per game, and then
which is good.
2.8 blocks per game.
So if you think about that, like it's almost like you just do what you do. Just get the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to the guys that can score, the SGAs. You know,
the Jalen Williams,
all those guys.
Like
give it to them. You just get the ball.
You stand under that basket and you get those rebounds. You get those blocks. You get the steals.
Let me say this on some real stuff. I think the Thunder has been needing that inside paint presence for a long time.
I mean, everyone's been saying that, including the players.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
You know, had we had Hartenstein last year, there may have been a potential to
actually
have
go
made
to the
it
finals.
to the playoffs.
And who knows, maybe
made it to the finals.
Right, and possibly even won.
Yeah. Larry B's in the chat saying, "I love what the Thunder has going on right now."
Oh no, I agree.
Absolutely,
yeah, I completely agree.
I mean, it's phenomenal, and it's so good to see for the city of Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
You know, we were just
hometown.
We were just talking to your aunt on the phone, and she was like, the last time that they did anything was almost, she said your cousin was 10 or 12. So that's almost 18 years ago.
We played Miami?
I think so. But but still, that's 16, 18 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. What have the Thunder had since then? I mean, nothing really.
It's been a big resurgence.
I read this. I found this on ESPN, or not ESPN, excuse me, on NBA tweeted this picture, and it's regarding SGA, and it's just some facts. We retweeted it, so if you may have seen it on our Twitter, our X account.
Yeah, if you see
previous,
it, you've seen it before.
But it says just some things to know to get to know SGA. Obviously, we talked about last week. Or the week before last, he was born in Toronto, Canada. Yep. He played one season at Kentucky. I didn't realize where he played college. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
He was actually drafted 11th overall in the 2018 draft by the Hornets. He was traded to the Clippers on draft night. Traded to the Thunder after his rookie year. These next few facts, literally, it's like
the light bulb went off.
Well, it's almost one of those "that's what we needed" type moments.
Yeah.
Like the aha moment. I don't know what just came out of my mouth, but it wasn't that.
Yeah.
But he went from 10.8 points per game as a rookie to 19 points per game in year 2. Only 9 points.
No, that's a big jump.
But yeah,
especially in the league.
Exactly. And that's in 1 year.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
He helped lead OKC to the playoff berth in his first season with the Thunder.
Absolutely.
He averaged 31.4 points per game in his breakout 2022-2023 season. He led OKC to the West #1 seed in the 2023-2024, averaging 30.1 points per game, 5.5 rebounds per game, 6.2 assists per game, and 2.0 steals per game. I couldn't figure out what the S was, and I asked Fred earlier, and you said some weird acronym, and I was like, what?
Steals per game.
Finished second in the Kia MVP voting in 2023-2024. He's a 2-time NBA All-Star, 2-time first-team All-NBA selection, 4th in the NBA with scoring this season with 30.3 points per game. Has the Thunder at #1 in the West with a 20-5 record in the championships of the Emirates NBA Cup, what we just mentioned. So you think about it. He's only been in the league since 2018.
Right.
From 2019, essentially the 2019-2020 season when he came to OKC, until now, 4 years?
6 years. 18, 20, 24.
No.
If you think about
with 2019 to 2024, that's 5.
About 5 years.
So in the 5 years that he's been with OKC, he went from averaging 19 points per game to now 30 points per game.
Well, jump back a little bit when he was averaging just a meager 10 points a game to almost 20 points a game.
Yeah, in 1 year. So you can't tell me though that this isn't what OKC needed. It was almost like that extra push to get them on the right track, to get them, to get them to where they needed to be. So it's definitely one for the record books. I'm excited to see where this Thunder team is going. Coming back to this game that is getting ready to tip off in 6 minutes. The Bucks, Giannis is averaging, again, during cup play, 32.7 points per game with 3.8 blocks, steals in the cup play. Again, so it's about the same, maybe a smidge higher than SGA. Damian Lillard.
Let's be honest. Giannis is a beast.
He is.
Yeah, he's an animal.
Damian Lillard's averaging 28.2 points per game in cup play. So it's like both. And one thing that I noticed, and this is going to end up being, I think, could be an issue in these coming up in 5 minutes to tip off, is that Giannis and Lillard are the highest scoring tandem in the NBA, combining 58.4 points per game, while as SGA and Jalen Williams rank 4th with 52.4 points per game. A lot of things that I've read have said they think that the Bucks are going to win. Larry B's in the comments saying that we should beat the Bucks. I definitely think that we will. That we have the potential. Also, shout out to Ralph.
My man
Police,
Ralph, what's going on, man?
As always in the chats. Yes, he used to come on after us at 5 p.m. Eastern. He's now switched on Tuesdays to Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern. He said our Tuesday show lineup is all over the place. It is, because the show that used to come on at 6 is now on Saturdays.
Right.
So we're a little all over.
But you know something? Change is good.
It is.
Change
and
is
I
good.
want all of us to do great here at IE Sports Radio.
Absolutely.
So if we need
Definitely.
to change it up to get more viewers,
So be
to
it.
get more people,
So be
then
it.
that's what we
whatever
need to do.
whatever helps the team.
Exactly. So again, a lot of places had the Bucks winning. No, you're fine. The Bucks winning this matchup tonight. Again, it's going to tip off here in 3 minutes. However, of course, while doing some research, I pulled up the Oklahoma. I can never say the name right, so I'm just not going to say it. News. And of course, they all had the Thunder winning, but by very small margins. Like a lot of them were like 115 to 113 or 105 to 103. I think one was like 117 to 119. Very small margins. So again, I definitely think this is something that is very doable for the Thunder. I definitely think they can come out and beat the Bucks. As I say, with every team we talk about, the thing is they have to come out and be composed. You can't come out there hyped up, no one thinking that with the wrong mindset is what I should say. The Bucks have listed their injury report. Robinson with the left ankle is questionable. Giannis had a right patella tendinopathy, but he is probable. He's most likely going to play. Again, Damian Lillard had a right calf contusion, most likely going to play. They did take Chris Middleton from a questionable to doubtful now. He has been dealing with a sickness that is not COVID related, a non-COVID illness. He's sick.
Pretty much.
He got a head cold. I don't really know. That's what it is. For the Thunder, some of the major ones, Alex Dukas is out. Dukas.
I believe it's Dukas.
Dukas
Maybe I'm wrong.
is out with a back injury. Jalen Williams, is that how you pronounce them? There's a Jalen and a Jalen.
Jalen.
They're both Jalen Williams.
Yeah.
They're just spelled two different ways.
Yeah.
I hate to be that coach. You can't even yell Jay Williams because they're here. Like, what are they?
Jalen or J Dub?
I don't know.
Howard or J Will?
This Jalen, this Jaylin, is out with a hamstring injury. And of course, Adam Flager is dealing with a right fourth metacarpal fracture. He is out. Obviously, he'll be that was from the 9th. He'll be reevaluated in 4 to 6 weeks. So we probably won't have him back until February. Whew, I don't know what happened to that. So again, by the time thank you, we live off of water.
Yes, we
so sorry, y'all constantly see us drinking water. We
love our water.
Live on bottles of water.
And you should drink water too. It's good for you.
When right before we got ready to start the show, they had not released the starting lineups. Let me see if I can pull those up for you guys real quick. Again, tip off should be about now. Can you look for the Bucks for me?
Sure. What you want to know about the Bucks?
I want to know their starting lineup. But starting 5 for the Thunder, presented by Kia, is of course SGA, Isaiah Joe, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, and Hardenstein. And that was the Jalen Williams that is number 8. Mr. Josiah Nichols is in the chat saying go Thunder. Absolutely.
Yeah, please believe it.
Go Thunder, go. And the starting 5 for the Bucks are as followed.
Damian Lillard.
Are you sure that's the right?
Milwaukee Bucks starting 5, yes.
But is that for tonight's game? Starting 5 right here. Damian Lillard, Andre Johnson Jr. I'm going to need them to find a different font. Who can read this?
Let me see it.
Who's that guy? Prince?
Damian Lillard, Andre Jackson Jr., Taurean Prince, Giannis, and Brook Lopez.
We don't even try to pronounce Giannis's name. I used to be able to say Giannis's last name. And now, oh, that's Aunt Faye.
Okay, got it.
I was like, who is Josiah? It's
JoJo.
Aunt Faye and JoJo.
What's going on, Aunt Faye? We love you.
Absolutely.
JoJo and everybody. Everybody back in Oklahoma City.
That's Fred's family, by the way, in case anybody noticed in the chat.
Well, they're your family too.
But now they're my family.
Yeah,
yes.
now they're your side of the family.
Officially.
True indeed.
All right. So again, tip off has just
kicked off.
Tipped off. It's
tipped off.
It's
tipped off, kicked off. Same thing.
Have just man, they just threw the ball up and somebody hit it. Okay. I can't get my words out today. Actually, it has not, according to ESPN, it has not tipped off yet. It's probably one of those things where it's like it says 8:30, but it doesn't tip off till like 8:36 and 45 seconds or some craziness like that. I used to work in sports. They say the tip off is at 7:30. Oh my God, it sounded like aliens were attacking our house just then. I don't know what that noise was. But yeah, they say like tip offs at this time, but it's really like a few minutes later. So anyways, we will try to keep you guys updated throughout this show. We're going to take a quick short break. And when we get back, we're going to jump into some OU Boomer Sooners.
Hey.
So you guys stay right here. Y'all are watching. Y'all hear my Southern drawl? Y'all
are here.
You're watching Tornado Takeover right here
on IE Sports. Your direct feed.
You forgot the radio.
IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed.
For all that is sports.
Stay tuned. Y'all come back now. You hear?
I'm sorry. I can't even go into a commercial. I'm laughing so hard. All right, guys. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson.
It's your boy, Dentarius Lava.
And we are the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That gives you guys plenty of time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
What's up, Pittsburgh? This is Ralph Galise, the host of the Injury Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Are you that passionate diehard Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, or just a Pittsburgh sports fan? Then please Join me on the Injury Report every Tuesday on IE Sports Radio, the direct feed for all that is sports, and I will update you on all that's black and gold and have you telling your Pittsburgh fans and friends what's up with Pittsburgh sports. Tune in Tuesday with me, Ralph Calise, the Injury Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Let's go!
All right.
Whoa,
welcome.
what's up,
Whoa,
everybody?
what happened
Okay.
to us? Hold on a second. Minor details. Let's get ourselves back.
Malfunction. Yeah, let's get a little closer.
Ooh, wait. All right. Give me just a second. Let's fix this. Here we go. All right. And we're back.
We are back.
We are back. We're back. What's that? What's that? TikTok? We're back.
We're back.
Baby. We're back.
We're back.
Anyways, all right.
We are your
Moving
hosts,
on.
Fred and Angela. Moving on to the Boomer Sooner.
Whoop, whoop. All right. Let me get my notes over here.
Pull them out.
I'm a little hot mess. All right, guys. So, not too much I said previously in the show going on in college sports right now because we do have Christmas break. But did want to shout out, make a huge recognition to Danny Stutzman. He was named the FWAA Second Team All-American, and he was also named to the AP Second Team All-American. So those are big congratulations to him.
Definitely.
Huge. We all know that doesn't, not everyone gets to those honors.
Well, to get those honors is definitely
is big. So
yeah.
Also want to shout out Billy Bowman Jr. accepted the invitation to play in the Reese's Senior Bowl. So again, that's another one of those high honors that
deserves recognition.
Exactly. So we're going to kind of jump all over the place when we're talking about the Sooners and the OSU Cowboys. So grab your roadmap, jump on board, hang on for the ride.
That's it.
Because it's going to be crazy. When is it not crazy with us, though?
Yes.
All right.
Right.
I thought I was going to get kicked out of Pandora today. Just walking around while you were shopping.
Yeah.
Anyways. All right. So I'm going to start with women's basketball only because both wrestling and men's basketball were in the battle. It's not really they weren't in. I guess they were. It was a battle
The Bedlam battle.
Battle of Bedlam,
Battle of
rivalry,
Bedlam is-
whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
They was playing OSU. So first gonna kick it off with the women's basketball. They did beat Oral Roberts, who is also in the Tulsa area. We will be adding a little bit of Oral Roberts news in here.
They actually have a pretty good basketball program.
Both men's and women's are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
However, the women's team did fall to the Lady Sooners 95-45 this past weekend.
94-54, I believe.
It's 94-54. I don't know what I just said. The score was 94-54.
Yeah.
Again, I it's right here in front of me, babe. Right.
Reagan Beers had 14 points and 10 rebounds. Oklahoma is ranked at number 10.
Yes, they ended up staying at number 10, which is good news. The Lady Sooners did so, as you just mentioned.
Reagan
Beers did end with 14 points. She was 7 for 10 and with 10 rebounds, 1 assist in her 20 minutes of play.
Got a double-double.
She did. Verhulst with 12 points. She was 4 for 11 4 for 9 behind the arc with 9 rebounds and 4 assists in 24 minutes. And then Sahara Williams had 11 points. She was 4 for 10. She was 0 for 2 behind the arc, but she did have 7 rebounds, 1 assist.
Also, just to add to
22 minutes.
Hold that thought real quick. The Sooners have now won 13 straight games at the Lloyd Noble Center.
Absolutely, and they're undefeated at the Lloyd Noble Center.
Absolutely.
The only loss was against Duke, and that was in a neutral site.
Right.
So they are undefeated on the road and at home, which is awesome because they will be hosting Omaha this Sunday. This Sunday is going to be a doubleheader for anyone who is a local and would like to go and support the Lady Sooners as well as the male Sooners, the men.
Yeah.
What do you call them? They're the Lady Sooners, but what about the men's team?
You just call them Sooners.
The Sooners.
The Sooners and the Lady Sooners.
They're both Sooners.
Oh, and just flipping back real quick, the Thunder and the Milwaukee Bucks game did just start. So
it did just kick off. It's actually sitting on our tipped off. It's actually sitting right here on my phone.
Yep.
So excuse me. Again, men's and women's double header this weekend. We'll talk a little bit more about the men's. But the women will play at 3 p.m. There is going to be a holiday photo shoot with Boomer and Sooner. Our photo booth, excuse me. So if you're a local and you want to go to the game, you want to get your picture taken with Boomer and Sooner to send out for Christmas. I wish we could do that, but unfortunately we can't. The only horsey buddy we have is our son, Oki, back here, who just, I guess, decided to take a nap. Women's basketball ticket. Again, that is a 3 p.m. game against Omaha. Will get you free admission into the men's game. The men's will be playing prior to the women's game. And also there is a ticket deal. If you, it's the Sooner Sunday. So it's a Sooner Sunday 4-pack. So it's 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and 1 large thing of popcorn. So again, if you're local, you want to head out to the Lloyd Noble Center this weekend. Maybe you got family in town, things like that. You're home for Christmas break, whatever. Go check out those Sooners. On the 29th, yes, we will have a show in between now and then, but just wanted to go ahead and let you know. On the 29th, the Lady Sooners, again, can't speak, will host New Mexico State, the Lobos, and they will open conference play hosting Texas on the 2nd of January. So just some quick, fast, in a hurry news about your Lady Sooner basketball. Also, before we jump into another sport, well, it is another sport, but before we jump into something else, to our big Bedlam rivalry, women's gymnastics will start on January the 4th. So we will keep you guys updated also with that. All right. So jumping into the bad end of the Battle of Bedlam, wrestling this weekend took on OSU and unfortunately fell to OSU 35-3. Of course, both teams are ranked. OSU is ranked a lot higher. I think the last time I checked, they were ranked 3rd or 4th. So they're ranked a lot higher than the Sooners, who were previously ranked 22. I need to double check the ranking numbers, but I think they're both still ranked in the top 25.
Both wrestling programs this year are doing really good.
Actually, let me double check because I don't ever want to give anyone false information. Wrestling rankings. And I'm not sure when they do their rankings. This is as of games through December the 8th. This is according to the NCAA website. It does still have Oklahoma State at number 3. And it has, my phone not scrolling. It does have Oklahoma at number 21. It does say that Oklahoma's record is 3-0, and clearly it's no longer 3-0. So not sure how that's going to change the standings. So not too much going on in wrestling this week. Actually, that is a lie, a bull-faced lie. I just told y'all a lie. Wrestling this Saturday will be the Norman Duels. I didn't write it down because I had it on my phone. At 10 a.m. Central Time is also going to be on ESPN. The teams that will be competing will be, of course, the OU Sooners, Southeast Community College, CSU, Bakersfield, and Chattanooga.
Also, a little fun fact with the Oklahoma State Cowboys. They have won more NCAA team championships than any other school with 34 titles.
Hey, we're talking about the Sooners right now.
Well, I just want to throw that out there.
Okay.
Just throwing it out there.
Okay.
We are talking about the
I'm
Sooners.
going to cover the other half.
Not the other half.
The other half in a minute.
But I did mention that both schools actually have very strong.
They do. They do. They actually
so it's like an insert.
And I will say, I read somewhere that one of the coaches that has been there forever is for OSU is ended up retiring.
Mm-hmm.
A wrestling coach that has been there forever. Marcus is in the chat. Was up, Marcus? Salutes. Yeah. So let's jump into some positive Battle of Bedlam. And again, we are going to be jumping, I did say that, from OU to OSU, back and forth. So for the positive, men's basketball did play this weekend against the
Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Them.
Those guys,
I almost said the Sooners.
The other side.
Yeah, them teams. That team. The Oklahoma State. So the OSU Cowboys
Lost to the Sooners.
The OU Sooners played at the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City against the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Woo, that was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And they did win that game.
80-65.
Thank you, because it was on the wrong page.
Sam Godwin had a career-high 20 points with 14 rebounds.
Excuse me.
I'm just helping out here.
His name is not Sam Godwin.
Oh, really?
It is Sam I Am Godwin. You clearly don't watch enough OU basketball.
Actually, I do, because I know that they won that game.
But you didn't know what his name is. You also didn't believe that guy's real name was Elvis.
No, I didn't. But guess what? Hey, everybody can be wrong every now and then.
You are correct. Sam I Am did lead the Sooners with 20 points. He was 10 for 14, 14 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks, and 3 steals in his 28 minutes of play. Jeremiah Fears also had 17 points. He was 7 for 13, 1 for 3 behind the arc, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal in his 33 minutes of play. Elvis also had 33 minutes. I think it was Elvis had 33 minutes of play.
We also had 15 points. Oklahoma had 30 of 61 shots, 49%.
They did. It's written right here. They had the Sooners did end with
excuse me.
The Sooners did end with 49.18% field goals, 34.78% behind the arc, 63.16% free throws, and they did have 7 points off the bench. Now, I will say, coming into this season, the head coach for the Sooners did mention that he wanted to have more three-pointers. He definitely wanted to focus on the 3-point action. And I feel like with 34%, not that great, but there is still very much room to improve. So I did, however, forget to mention the Lady Sooners will be tipping off here in about 39 minutes. They will be taking on the Michigan Wolverines in the Jumpman Invitational. Tomorrow, the Sooners will be facing the Michigan Wolverines also in the Jumpman Invitational at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. Continuing on with men's basketball. Men's basketball is going to be hosting Central Arkansas this Sunday at noon. So again, we told you that the Lady Sooners are going to be playing at 3 p.m. Those tickets are good for the men's game. However, the men's tickets are also good for the women's game. So if you come for the Sooners versus Central Arkansas at noon, you can still participate in the holiday photo booth with Boomer and Sooner. You can use your ticket for use your ticket for the women's game and also get that 4-pack with the 4 hot dogs, the 4 sodas, 4 tickets, and a large popcorn. And as someone who worked in ticket sales, that's a really good deal. Okay, just gonna throw that out there. The Sooners are also going to host Prairie View on the 29th, and they will open conference play at Alabama on the 4th of January. Whew, that was a lot. I had to make sure. Sorry, I saw my pages. I had to make sure I got everything covered here. Now we're going to switch in to jump to the other side where we are going to discuss where we're going to discuss the Pokes and the better known as OSU Cowboys beating. Well, now we're in basketball. Let's stay in basketball. So they lost to OU, as we stated earlier, 65-80. If you're on the OU side of things, they won. OU won 80-65. So you decide what side you're on. You choose. It's your choice.
Absolutely.
We are, of course, more on the OU side. So we're going to say we beat OSU. But I know there's probably some Pokes fans out there somewhere who are very heartbroken.
Not very happy.
So again, Marcellus Avery had 19 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. He was 6 for 10, and 3 for 4 behind the arc with 6 rebounds in 25 minutes for the Cowboys. Archer Dean also had 11 points, 2 assists, 1 steal, was 3 for 7, 1 for 2 behind the arc in his 20 minutes of play. The Cowboys ended up having 42 points off the bench. Mind you, they only scored 65 points. So 42 of them were off the bench. Bench. I make sure I enunciated that right.
Bench.
Thank you. The Cowboys were 39.29% in field goals, 27.78 in threes, and 64% in free throws. So did not look very good for the Pokes. They are sitting at 10-1, or excuse me, 6-3. Wrong one. That was women's. On the wrestling side of things, again, which way do you want to see it? In wrestling, the Pokes did beat the Sooners. I don't understand Go Pokes. You're the Cowboys. Where do you get Pokes from?
Is that throwing you off?
Very much. I feel like this is a whole different team.
But it's not. It's the same team. Aye.
Anyways, I don't understand a lot of things in life, especially when it comes to
sports.
Not sports, but when it comes to athletic teams. Like, I don't understand how you're the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. That is your full name. Get it straight. Anyways, you're the Tar Heels, but your mascot's a ram. What does that have to do with the Tar Heels?
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all are the Cowboys. OSU is the Cowboys. I get it. You have a cowboy as the mascot, Pistol Pete. But where did Go Pokes come from?
Or you got the Sooners, but their mascots are horses. When they should be people, that's what the Sooners were. They were the ones who jumped out in the land rush.
Yeah,
they jumped out in the land rush.
You're right.
If they got out there too soon, they brought them back.
You're right. But that makes a little more sense than Go Pokes. Boink. Like, what?
Doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
Well, it's like the Oklahoma City Thunder. Every state and city has thunder.
And their mascot is a dang on
It's a bull.
buffalo. He's not a bull. That is a buffalo.
And his name is Rumble.
That is a full-fledged buffalo. He is shaggy. He's got horns. That is a buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, buffaloes live out on the range where the deer and the antelope graze.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyways, back
where the buffaloes roam.
Roam, range, whatever they do.
Oh, yeah. Shout out, Larry Boomer.
Sooner.
That's right.
Sorry.
Hey, at least had a little Sooner. Boomer, Sooner.
I'm sorry.
Shout out to Marcus, man. What's going on? You know what I'm saying?
All right. Anyways, where was I headed? Wrestling. The Cowboys did beat the OU Sooners 35-3. I don't know if I ever said the score during the.
I don't think you did, but
the score was 35-3. That's
it's a beat down. Excuse me.
A tail whooping.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Cowboys are going to host number 7 Virginia Tech on Thursday, and then they will be off for Christmas break. Now let's switch gears to talking about the Lady Cowgirls. So is it the Lady Cowgirls
or the Lady Pokes?
Or are they just the Cowgirls?
Just the Cowgirls. Why would they be Lady Cowgirls?
I don't know.
Right, they would just be the Cowgirls.
Okay, whatever. I don't understand.
There's a lot of things we don't understand. We're going to run with the Cowgirls on this one.
I know that they're the Cowgirls. I get that. I'm not incompetent enough to know that they're not the Cowgirls.
You're not incompetent at all, but
what I don't understand is, first of all, don't get me started because there's that gender bender stuff. Why are we calling them Lady Pirates when they're both pirates? Or Lady Sooners? Wrong team.
Right.
Why are we calling them the Lady Sooners?
Let's go to Tulsa.
And the Sooners when
Stillwater.
They're both the Sooners.
Right.
Why are they the Cowboys and the Cowgirls? That I can understand because they're girls versus boys.
Right, to identify.
But why are we having to... Anyways, that's a whole rabbit hole we don't have time for.
Another for another time.
All right. So speaking of the
Cowgirls.
The Cowgirls, they did beat McNeese by a landslide. The score was 92-41. Excuse me there. I had a little hickey up. We had Hard. I can never pronounce these names. So Hurd had 15 points, was 5-11 for 6 rebounds, 5 assists in her 28 minutes. And then what's this one's? Heward, the girl whose name I can never pronounce. God bless her. I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Also had 15 points. Was 5 for 11. 0 for 3. 15 points, was 5 for 8. She was 3 for 6 behind the arc, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Coming off of the bench, we had our 2 leading scorers. Jones had 18 points, was 7 for 8. Did not attempt any 3-pointers. And had 14 rebounds, 1 assist. Meanwhile, Miss Wooten had 16 points coming off the bench, was 5 for 9, 2 for 5 behind the arc with 4 rebounds and 6 assists. The highest scorer for the McNeese Cowgirls, this was the Battle of the Cowgirls. That was the joke I was supposed to say, and you forgot to remind me about my joke. We had a cowgirl duel on the court.
A cowgirl duel on the court.
Or a cowgirl shootout on the court. Shoot out.
Pistol
Okay.
Petra.
Pistol Petra.
Instead of Pistol Pete.
Oh my God. You said Petra. Now all I can think of is Jane the Virgin. Gee, thanks.
Gosh.
All right. So, what's her name? Guillory? Guillory?
Looks like Guillory.
Guillory for the McNeese Cowgirls had 15 points, was 4 for 13, 3 for 7 behind the arc with 3 rebounds, 1 assist. The Cowgirls are currently 10-1. How they are not ranked, I have not yet figured out, but I guess that is not for me to figure out. The Cowgirls will I completely skipped a whole section. Anyways, the Cowgirls will start conference play hosting Iowa State on this Saturday, the 21st. Going back to men's basketball, because I completely missed that. Men's basketball will host Tarleton State on Wednesday and Oral Roberts on Sunday. They will start Big 12 conference play hosting Houston on the 30th. Again, the men are 6-3. Not much to go but up. Better than the football team? Question mark. Anyways, all right, we're going to take a quick, short, fast, in a hurry break. When we get back, we're going to jump into a little bit of the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes. Again, not much going on. And don't want to keep you too long. But for those who are wondering, the Bucks are up right now 22. Give me about 30 seconds.
22-20.
22-20. SGA just shot a free throw, so it's 22-21 with 3 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the first. Again, SGA is at the line. And he missed the second one.
So it's 22-21 still.
22-21 still, and OKC just got the ball back. I'm not about to do play-by-play of this game.
Oh, I can do play-by-play.
No, I can do play-by-play, but we're not doing play-by-play. We're going to take a
break, and then we'll get back to you.
When we get back, we'll catch you guys up on that score, and then we'll chat into a little bit of Tulsa Golden Hurricanes. So stay tuned. We will be right back. You guys are watching Tornado Takeover right here on IE Sports Radio.
Your direct feed for all that is sports.
We'll see you guys shortly.
What's up, New York? This is Ricky K coming at you at the NY State of Sports, a new show here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Listen to me every Thursday afternoon as we bring you the latest takes on the Yankees, Mets, Jets, Giants, Knicks, Nets, Rangers, Devils, and Islanders. Plus, you get some college hoops and what's the local sports events going on in the area. It's a state that never sleeps, so why not get the opinions and sports takes that never sleep? Again, every Thursday, 2 p.m. to the NY State of Sports. We'll see you then.
Hockey fans, I'm Adam Kernan.
And I'm Zach Puplis.
Together, we are the newest version of Hockey Talk on IE Sports Radio, The Neutral Zone.
Zone.
We love hockey, but we also know it's not everyone's first sport. So we want to make this show as much for new fans as for the diehards.
Whether you can name all the Swedes on the 08 Red Wings Stanley Cup team, or if you can't tell if Varlamov is a goalie or the latest trendy vodka, we're here to help. With facts, figures, and outrageous fans, we bring you all the hard-hitting hockey news you can handle, while still keeping it fun and on the rails. Well, mostly.
So tune in every week as we go around the hockey world, from college to Canada, the minors and the majors, and everywhere in between.
So bring your cellies.
And your one-timers.
You wicked wristas.
And be sure to protect your five-hole.
Catch the Neutral Zone every week on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
We promise not to pick on the Arizona Coyotes every episode.
All right, guys, we are
What's
back.
up, everybody?
You're watching Tornado Takeover right here on IE Sports Radio. Your direct
direct
feed
feed
for all that is
sports.
sports. If you feel so inclined to do so, why don't you head right on over to my friend X and give us a follow right here at Tornado TKOV _IE. All right, now that I got that done, no, I'm kidding.
Right.
Let me stop.
All right. No,
All right, we're going to talk about some Rain Canes, and I mean the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes.
Not a lot happening up that way too much.
Nope.
But still something to talk about. So let's
All
get
right, so let's jump into some football real quick. Some positive news on the football field. There was a meet and greet during the time span of our show with the new head coach, Trey Lamb. He is your 35th head coach for the Golden Hurricanes. Little backstory about him. He did come from East Tennessee State University, where he did lead the Buccaneers to their first winning season since 2021. Prior to that, he did spend 4 years at Gardner-Webb University. Shout out the Bulldogs.
Hey.
Love you guys. For those that don't know, I spent many, many years at Baton Camp and Baton Nationals at Gardner-Webb. It is a Baptist school. Love Gardner-Webb. Anyways, while he was at Gardner-Webb, he led the Bulldogs to back-to-back Big South Conference titles and an FCS playoff appearance. The schedule has not yet been released. However, season tickets are on sale. And this is not a pitch, but season tickets are on sale, and they have announced the home opponents for the Golden Hurricanes. They will host the Oregon State Beavers, and they will also host Alabine Christian. Then they will head into conference play, where they will host Navy, Temple, Tulane, and the UAB Blazers. Again, not the correct order. Don't know the exact dates, but that is your football knowledge. I have one more football thing after we get done with this that I forgot about. So let's finish in Tulsa. Sorry, y'all, my nose is now itching off the handles again. All right, men's basketball did lose to the UCF Knights in some sort of Orange Classic. I forgot what the name of it was. 88-75. The men's basketball team is currently sitting at 4-7. They will host Mississippi Valley State. And let me just tell y'all, when you look this up, it says Miss Valley State. As a former pageant girl, I think we about to have a whole pageant right now. Yep. Miss Valley State. Oh my God, who's going to win? And then I realized that was Mississippi Valley State, the team. They will host them on Saturday, and they will also host Southwest Christian on the 28th. The men, or the mean, as I wrote in my notes, will start conference play on the first, hosting Rice. I told you guys Tulsa was going to be short, fast, and in a hurry. Not much going on. Women's basketball did win against Kansas City, 89, and I'm not talking about the Chiefs, 89-61. They are currently sitting at 500 with a 5-5 record. Women's basketball will head to West Palm Beach, Florida for the West Palm Beach Classic this weekend. They will play host Montana on Friday, and then they'll be away at number 18 Tennessee on Saturday. If you want my honest to God opinion, I foresee them going 1-1 in this conference. If they somehow on God's green planet pull off a victory versus Tennessee, I will buy me a Tulsa Golden Hurricane shirt and I will wear it for the next show. You can guarantee that they ain't gonna win. Love you, mean it, Tulsa Golden Hurricanes fans. Rain Canes all you want. It ain't happening. Love you, mean it. All right. Women's basketball will then head to conference play, hosting on the 29th. No other than my beloved East Carolina Pirates. So again, not much going on in the world of Tulsa sports. We're going to wrap this up real quick. The first quarter did just end. I can't tell you the score because they are interviewing Hardenstein right now. So if you give me about 30 seconds, I can pull up
20.
I can pull up the score is at the end of the first quarter, 28-27 Thunder. Again, is that the first half or the first quarter?
First quarter.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We'll go by half in the.
That's what I thought, but then the way they were showing the court, the way they were showing the court. Anyways, so I'm going to jump back to OSU a second because I know we didn't cover a whole lot of football, and I know Fred is over here going, babe, can you please hurry up? I'm hungry.
I love the show.
So real quick, just wanted to jump in. We did not cover any football when it came to OSU. And I did want to drop this bit of knowledge for you. Previously, I've stated on a show that the quarterback for the OSU Cowboys, whose name I could not remember at the time, his name is Alan Bowman, was going to come back for his 8th eligible season of NCAA football. Well, however, Mr. Bowman released a statement, and I shall quote on Twitter today. He posted, and I quote, "First, I want to take a moment to praise my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving me the talent and ability to play this game I love. I thank God for the journey, the struggles, and the people that have helped shaped me into the person I am today. I want to thank my beautiful fiance, Jessica, and my family for sacrificing every weekend in the fall to endlessly support me and my dream. To the hundreds of teammates that I've had the pleasure of sharing the field with, thank you for the memories, early mornings, and championship moments we shared. To Oklahoma State, the past 2 years have been a wild one. Thank you to everyone who has supported us along the way. I would not have wanted to finish my career anywhere else. Excuse me. This is a special place with special people, #loyal and true. It is time to take the next step in my career, and I pursue a lifelong dream of playing in the NFL. I'm excited to announce that I will be declaring for the 2025 NFL draft to the last Bedlam winning quarterback, Alan Bowman," end quote. So we will be looking for a new quarterback for the Oklahoma State
Cowboys.
So glad I have you to keep me straight.
All
All right.
We keep each other.
Exactly.
Keep each other going.
Exactly. If it wasn't for you, I don't know where I'd be some days. And if it wasn't for me, I really don't know where you'd be. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding, babe. Just kidding. All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for us here today on episode 13 of the Tornado Takeover. We appreciate, as always, all of your support each and every week. Again, I said at the beginning of the show that I was going to give a little insight into next week's show. Next week, we will be traveling. However, we will still have a show. There may or may not. Next week is Christmas Eve, so we will still be on live. I don't know the exact time. We're in
More to
talks-
follow.
We're in talks with my brother about possibly doing Christmas Eve candlelight service at his church. What time are we going to do that? Things like that. The other bit of information and reason why we may be coming on at a different time is because we may have a special guest. Next week, we are going to preview the Oklahoma bowl game against the Navy midshipmen, and my father, who was in the Navy, is a huge Navy fan who will be at my parents' house. So we may have him to jump in and basically say, we're going to sink y'all ship, because that's what he always tells me. So get his business schedule on there. So
you guys give him a warm welcome. He loves football as we do. So, welcome to me. It should be very interesting.
We'll have to see. We may not be able to see us because it's very busy.
We'll see. More to follow. We'll keep you updated.
We'll talk. So make sure you tune in. Again, follow us on Twitter because I will post the exact time that we're going to be on Twitter or X. On X now for next week. But we will be live next week on Christmas. So come have a Christmas party with us.
Hey.
Again, we hope each and everybody will have a blessed and happy
very safe week.
And we will see you guys next week. Again, we are your hosts.
I am Fred.
And I am Angela, and you have been watching right here on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that sport. Have a good time.
Hey.